And so, Chief Kojo Mpiani, I'll start off with you. Your party has just had a disastrous
election
outing in this election. What do you make of what happened to your party, and what do you think the party has to do moving on?
You asked me a question, and because I have a problem, personally have a problem with my party, because I have been sort of personally quarreling with quite a lot of them. Really, when I say quarrel, I mean quarreling with a lot of them, things which are going on, or things which went on, and unfortunately for the party and government, maybe if I put the government, you speak out, you challenge some things, and become some sort of outcast. But because you don't like the president, you don't like the government, that's what you are behaving that way. But I have been in politics for quite a time. And if I want to be honest, if I see something which is going wrong, I must be able to speak out. I believe our party problem, from my own, started the time we removed our party chairman and the general secretary. I believe that's when the party's problem started.
Mr. Paul Afoko and Mr. Kwabena Agyapong.
Okay. I believe that's when well, when we did that, we gave the party to one man to do whatever he wanted to do with the party. And people were scared to speak out. From there, we went to government. Executive government with executive powers more powerful than party leader. So one would have thought that at that stage, we would have set up to say, let's be careful of what we do. But it got to a stage where almost like the late Kufuor said, we became some sort of gaping sycophants. Knowing things were not going on well, we allowed these things to go on. So some of me, for example, I knew we were not going to be successful in the election. And I told some colleagues, they didn't want to listen to me. And I said, maybe we're not putting our ears to the ground to hear what people are saying. And that people were very, very angry with us. And it was too late to change things. My only surprise is the extent of the
defeat.
But the failure, I knew it was going to happen. I believe what the party should do now to sit up. Everybody should be brought back into the party. A lot of people were just pushed away from the party because they were supposed not to be favorites of the executive, of the president. And so they decided to stay there, go their own way. It's about time, if the party wants to succeed, to bring everybody back. Whether they went out on a voluntary basis or they were pushed out or other, the party should now listen, bring everybody. There's supposed to be a committee.
Yes.
I believe in that committee should be, we should take some people from outside the party. People, there were some institutions who may be sympathetic to the party, go outside the party and give it the work to them to do. They will come and tell us exactly what happened. Because if you pick people from inside the party, they may even be scared to come, supposing they realize that if, for example, the president was 80% the cause of our failure, they may be find it difficult to come and say that this is what happened. But if you take an outsider, he also loves your party. So he looks at, listen to people, do his research and come and tell you, maybe your president takes about 80% of your problems, so that next time you don't do that. I believe that's what we should do. We should take someone from outside the party to do the work for us we should sit down, bring everybody into the fold. After all, the party has been in existence for a very, very long time. It didn't start with the 1992.
Yes.
Some of us were in parliament, the same party, some were earlier. And if we don't really sit up and do, I'm scared we may lose the party. And therefore I believe we should bring everybody together. We should do the work of finding out what happened. Even so many of us have been talking, everybody giving his or her views of what happened. But it would be better to get somebody from outside the party to go out there, listen to people, and come out to tell us these are our findings.
Have you had this discussion with President Kufuor after the defeat? Have you discussed this?
I've had some discussions with him, and he wants me to come and sit up with him to have a thorough discussion on some of these issues. And I'm sure I'll bring some of these things up to him. He's very much concerned because he's too much of a party person that even during the elections, primaries and whatnot, you go and even after the primaries, maybe you go and tell him something. No. This is the party, so they don't have to do. He's always scared of what happened to us in 1979, I think.
Yes.
79.
The PFP.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he doesn't think this thing should happen again. And therefore, he always followed the party.
One of his favorites was upset with him, Alan.
Well, I happened to talk to Alan and some of the people around him, and I said, never expect President Kufuor to come out there to say that he's supposed to. He will never do that.